chick, she don't know that I can patient. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Back to throw. Harris, a screen to Bell. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
7 yards, the pickup there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 3rd down, Harris. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Geis. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Jets.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Harris. And this will be incomplete.
Harris's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Harris. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Harris. This will be called about the 5. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Harris. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Eason. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drive.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, New York.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Harris. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First down, Jets.
From the gun, Harris. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 18-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. First down, New York.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Willis. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Rifles one incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Eason going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The give to Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that, I think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Harris. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
From the gun, Harris. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
Complete to
Denzel Mims. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Eason on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Eason. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Off to Geis on the screen. And for From the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Officially, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think they'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Jacob Eason. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Guys, man, they're complete to Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing is Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Eason sets to throw it. Eason gets back and the ball pops free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Harris. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Boy, how good has his defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harris. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth to make a play on the football.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Harris. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. To throw is Harris on first down. And this is caught at the end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and 2, Eason got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
49-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Taylor. They look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun is Eason. He's got Jack Doyle. Takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. And it's caught by Herndon. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Eason to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
11 more yards.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy that was real down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Jets.
Geis. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Able to connect with Mims. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Operating from the gun, Harris. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.